Well, hey YouTube, welcome back, my friends, once again to Photoshop Elements TV. And another great Photoshop Elements tip for you to use. Today we're going to be importing our photos with a little import USB gadget here that I found on Amazon. It was a great buy, it was like $6, but it does micro SD cards and regular SD cards. So let's go ahead, we're going to go to the computer here, and I'm going to show you how to import your photos and create an album and tag them at the same time that you're importing them. Let's go to the computer and have a look. All right, so we're here at the computer. I'm going to plug this in to a USB port. Yeah, we don't want Google to pick that up right now, so we're going to move ahead here. And we're going to get photos and videos from a card or camera reader. We'll see this come up here in just a second. Select the device. Figure out which one it is here. Yeah. Well, we don't want that one. We want the first one here. All right. So we are going to put these, first of all, into a folder. I like to organize everything before we import them. Then that way I know where they're at. So I have a folder here called Pictures. And we're going to choose where we want these to be. So here's Pictures. And we're going to put here, I believe this was the Finger Lakes. All right. And click Open. All right, now, as far as a subfolder, I always say none. I don't want a subfolder. I want everything to be exactly where I want it, right? So Finger Lakes. Rename files. I don't want to rename these. After copying, verify and delete originals. We're not going to do that. We're going to say for now, do not delete originals. There's two reasons for that. One, if something would go wrong, I know that the files are still safe on the SD card. Two, if in fact, first of all, like I said, if something goes wrong, they're still on the SD card. If I want to copy these to somewhere else, I can also do that. But the third and main reason is I like to format my camera cards in the camera. All right, so we're going to say Get Media. But let's look at Advanced Dialog before we do so. So the Advanced Dialog here is saying the subfolder, same thing. Okay, we go down. Automatically fix red eyes. Let's uncheck that. That's going to take a lot longer. It's going to search every picture for red eyes, automatically suggest photo stacks. I don't want to do that. And automatically stack RAW and JPEG. We're not going to do that. We are going to do this. Import into an album. Let's go into our albums here. And we're going to create a new album called Trips. Now maybe we'll rename that. Let's do a new album here called Finger Lakes. All right. And we're going to click OK. That way we know as soon as they go in, they're going into the proper album that we want them in. Basic metadata is fine. And now we will go down, we'll make sure everything looks good, and we will click on Get Media. And at that point, the media is going to start flowing into our organizer. And as you can see there, I was pretty snap happy on this trip. I got 145 pictures there. So we're just going to get these all imported. I can tell you, and I've told you probably before in a video or two back, or not long ago. I told you not long ago that the organization of your photos is the primary and key to keeping everything where you can find it. So many times I go to people's houses or people call me about their Photoshop Elements installs, and their pictures are all over the place. They're under the download folder, they're under pictures folder, video folder, they're all over. It's the best bet to make sure you know where these photos are going, so that way when you go to work with the photos later, you know that you can find these pictures. So again, we're going to just be importing these pictures and getting these into the computer here. Let's do a quick pause until they get in. Okay, great. Now that all the pictures are imported, we can see here all the different great shots that I took here. Well, some maybe not so great, some maybe a little better than the others. So what we're going to do now is, I thought I would take this, and up here at the very top, where it says albums, what I did was I went ahead next to albums, clicked the little pull down menu, and made a new album subcategory. So the subcategory is called trips. What I want to do now is put all of these photographs in an album that we talked about earlier. Remember when we were importing them, we called it the Finger Lakes. So if I click on the first photograph that was imported and hit my Command or Control A being on your Windows, Command A obviously on your Mac, and I'm selecting everything. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a new album. And when I do that, you can see now that all those photos are already ready in that album. If you look over here on the right, we'll call this the Finger Lakes. Finger Lakes, and we'll click OK. All right. So now we have the Finger Lakes under trips. The next thing we're going to do is hit Command or Control D. Now that did not deselect everything. Okay, we're just going to click on one and that'll unselect everything. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to tag some waterfalls. My wife is very obsessed with waterfalls. So we had a good time going out and finding different waterfalls throughout the day. And I took the big camera with me, well, not the big camera, the Sony. I took the Sony with me there. And we grabbed some waterfall pictures. Here's some waterfalls here. This is the Eternal Flame Under waterfall. So I'm going to just hold my Command key down, or you can hold your Control key down. And we're going to grab some of those waterfall pictures. And we'll just scroll down here, see if we got some more. We got some little waterfalls here. Here. We'll go down here a little bit. We have a waterfall here. Now, why am I doing this? Well, we're going to make things a little easier to find because this album contains a lot of different kind of pictures. You can see here landscape pictures, you can see waterfall pictures, and everything else that's in here. Once you have selected what you want, what we want to do is go down and click on Keyword and Info in the lower right-hand side. Keyword and Info. Now, we're going to add a keyword. So, new keyword tag. And we're just going to type in our waterfalls. And click OK. Please specify category. Oh, well, we're going to have a category here. Let's do nature. There we go. And now if we go under keywords, we can see that we have waterfalls under nature. All you have to do is with one of those selected, just simply you can drag it out and drop it on it. And when you do that, you're going to see automatically a little icon pop up under each one of those. So now if we're under tags, we can simply click the checkbox, and now we have our waterfalls. So it works out very nice where you can tag things. It's just another way using keywords. There's also people tags where you can have friends and family and people. Places, so you can actually add different places that you've been, and event tags for different events that you may have been at. So we can see here, we can zoom these up here, we can get a good view of these this way. And I am working with a new monitor right now. It's actually a monitor I picked up from Amazon, so you don't really need to know that, but it's a 34-inch curved screen. So I'm trying to get used to it, and this is why I wanted to record this video on it, to see how everything works out. Alright, so now we simply have an album. We have everything imported. And I'll go through here and I'll tag everything like landscapes. The lake, obviously, this is the lake. This is one of the Finger Lakes we stopped at. So I'll get those tags. That's not a bad looking picture right there, if I have to say so myself. Look at the beautiful reflections. Got some tree reflections there. All right, let's go back here to the camera. Folks, thank you so much for watching this edition of Photoshop Elements TV. Hope you're enjoying this series. For all the new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to the videos. For those of you that are not subscribed, why aren't you subscribed? Please click that thumbs up and click that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, remember, keep those shutters clicking, keep your editors editing, and I'll see you back here next time on Photoshop Elements TV. Bye for now, everybody.